Sweet. Folks, another edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback, where we're going to talk some actual football. I mean, you got to get in current events, too. There'll be a little bit of that. With Devin Gardner, the man they call DG, former Michigan quarterback. How you doing, Devin?
I'm doing great. You're tired. I'm not really tired. I slept like a baby last night. I've lost zero sleep. I am enjoying Michigan football, dominating other people's children. And, having games. I'm just living a life here.
What games did you call last week?
One game.
Okay.
It's good. What? Hey, I try to flush it. I think I flushed it too far. I don't remember. What game did I call?
Man, I wish I could be like you and just be oblivious to all of the snipes.
Cincinnati UCF.
Yeah, all the shots they're taking at Michigan right now, Devin. I knew the hate for Michigan was strong.
I think people be thinking that when they take shots at Michigan, to me, but it doesn't. Well, I don't know why they do this. It's crazy. I ain't got nothing to do with me. What are you doing?
Well, I hear it. I feel it.
I know.
Sure.
I know.
And so, hey, man, it's crazy out here for Michigan. Anyone who loves or supports Michigan, because you can maybe speak to this before we dive right in. I know that Michigan it's the team they love to hate, right?
I spoke about that weeks ago, yeah.
Right, but I didn't know it was this bad where you got all these coaches, like all of them, in the Big Ten saying, hey, we need you to go hit them hard right now before any investigation is over. But we got enough evidence with the Michigan State, Central Michigan sideline thing. That's enough evidence right there that there needs to be an immediate suspension right now. Like, man, really? They all know that sign stealing goes on.
It's very weird, but it's like, hey, let's all band together. But, the thing is like they had to be quiet because they was getting their butt kicked. Right, they had to be quiet so that you couldn't really see the hate. You're like, maybe they don't hate him as much. And then it's like, wait a minute, we got something? We can get rid of these dudes, and then we just only have to deal with Ohio State? We might have a chance now. It would be good. And it's just like, just relax, guys. I mean, take your L standing up strong like a man, and, but, whatever the NCAA probably won't do nothing, as we know, because it takes a little more time. But the Big Ten, you got a new commissioner. He just better not make the wrong decision, man. Don't do something that you're going to regret because of public opinion. So that's the only take I kind of have on me.
Yeah, they're going to get you sued.
They're going to get you sued by a university that has deep pockets and great lawyers.
A lot of lawyers.
All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Man,
you're going to end up on the wrong end of this, but I don't know.
They got lawyers everywhere.
Oh, so. Yeah.
All right.
Law school, University of Michigan, best in the world, right?
You got people coming out the woodwork saying, I do it pro bono.
I'll do it pro bono. It's a win-win-win across the board. That's crazy.
All right, DG.
I wish somebody would do something for me pro bono.
Monday Morning Quarterback brought to you by our friends at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
You remember your sheet? It's
no truer north. Yeah, I remember my sheet was over there underneath my thing. So.
Stop hiding from yourself, weirdo.
Man, I'm walking around town, people calling me two straps everywhere I go.
That's right.
Crazy.
That's right.
Brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. The Monday Morning Quarterback is. When we start out with what we call Devin's Appraisal of the Game. Devin's Appraisal of the Game brought to you by Mark Orr at Lake Michigan Credit Union. Mark Orr, mortgage loan officer at Lake Michigan Credit Union, specializes in assisting healthcare and educational professionals. So contact Mark at mark.orr at lmcu.org. That's mark.orr. That's ORR at lmcu.org to get pre-qualified. So 41-13 over the Boilermakers. Devin, your appraisal of Michigan's performance in that game.
I think it was another dominant performance and reason to be upset with Michigan. They go out and they do exactly what they're supposed to do. And I wasn't there, but it looked like the atmosphere was amazing, even though you didn't want a night game.
I don't want another night game.
Yeah, of course.
I like night games, but not that many.
As you know, we talk about the quarterback on this show for the most part, and he was very, very good again in a lot of instances. Roman Wilson got a chance to really show his route running ability and different things like that. not a whole bunch of scramble plays, right? Just from the pocket, just dicing them up. It was fun to watch. Donovan Edwards, right? Everybody's, man, what's wrong with Donovan? Well, Donovan looks fine to me. I mean, he did fine in the game. Nice catch up the sideline. It was good. It was good as always. I mean, what can we say? Yeah. They just continue to dominate, and it's like, you know, with the whole sign stealing thing, it's like, oh, does the fact that they stole signs allow the offensive lineman just to double a guy up to the second level with ease and just move everybody off the ball? Does the sign stealing not allow people to make tackles when they have the opportunity and our guys make a miss? Does the sign stealing not allow a defender who's in position to make a play and then the back shoulder's thrown? Was there a sign that JJ knew, like, oh, they're going to play on top, so I'm going to have to throw a back shoulder to make sure my 6'6" tight end? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I know, you know, sign stealing, everybody does it for a reason because it can help you to a point, but it's not like we went in by 4 or 8, 7, you know, 2-score game. It's like 30 points every time. Like, what are we doing? It's not, the sign stealing is not a 30-point difference or a 25-point difference. How much we beat Ohio State by? Wait, they changed their signals. So that don't even care. That's out. What about the year before? Before they changed their signals and we were stealing their signs. How much we beat them by?
I can't even remember the score. They beat them by fewer points than they beat them by
when they changed the signal. Exactly. Right. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're beating guys by 3 scores. That's not the signals, man. Just take it. It is what it is. This team is as dominant as we've seen. How everybody looked at Georgia. This is how Michigan is playing football last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, this is how Michigan is playing football. They look like a locomotive that can't be stopped. And because of the lack of competition that everybody's saying, one network had their best win, UNLV, as if they haven't played all these Big Ten teams and made them look like UNLV. Michigan State, Indiana, Rutgers, Nebraska will all destroy UNLV, right? So it's like you're trying to punish Michigan for, you know, playing the schedule that they were given. You know what I mean? They have a schedule full of Big Ten teams, and they just keep dominating them. And now they're going to get an opportunity, and the goalposts will be moved, obviously, because once they dominate Penn State, they're like, oh, yeah, you know, Penn State not that good, really, you know. We just got to wait till Ohio State. Okay, cool. Wait a couple more weeks. Like, you know what I mean? But it's really cool to watch. And I've never, because back when Michigan was really strong when I was a young kid and maybe even before I was born, I didn't like watch football a whole bunch. So I've actually never seen Michigan this dominant. I've never seen it with my own eyes, like consistently, you know what I mean? Like, this is my first time. So as a person that became a Michigan fan through playing and doing all that, like, this is really cool to watch.
Yeah, we'll get deeper into JJ's performance in the game a little bit later, but generally speaking, I mean, it was a structure game for him. Mm-hmm. They were spying him. They're like, hey, all that stuff you're doing, we're not gonna let you do that. He was like, cool. You realize they were not going to. Michigan ran like 4 play passes in this game. It was just straight. Let's survey the area.
The whole spy thing is goofy. The whole spy thing is goofy because, first of all, the spy can't deal with him. But secondly, you're taking a guy out of coverage.
Yes, you are.
You're making it easier for him, especially if you're just gonna have him watch him. Dude, it's like they think it's like JJ from 2 years ago. And JJ from 2 years ago, I think, would have been fine too. But he wouldn't be as polished as he is now, obviously. And so it's like they have this misconceived notion about the old JJ of like, oh, he can't read coverage. He's a turnover-prone guy and all these different things. It's like, get out of the internet. Stop looking at the internet, coaches. It's not true. If you're going to go to the internet, go to this show. So you can see like, oh, he's nice. We could build a plan based off of what we learned from Monday Morning Quarterback.
Why are you trying to give them scouting report?
Because obviously they need help because they're reaching for this old sign stealing thing. I want to help. I am here to help everyone. I love good football, and I'm sick of watching blowouts.
Well, why don't you give them your Venmo right now? Give the coaches your Venmo.
And I'll send you some notes. You know what I mean? But in all seriousness, it's like the way that people are playing defense on they're confused of like, I thought he wasn't supposed to be able to read defense. I thought he was just a scramble guy. I thought he just made plays off schedule. I thought he could only do play action. Nah. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. And we've given you guys the answers to the test for like 2 straight years now, and nobody's listening.
Yeah, man.
Well, somebody's listening, but nobody's listening. And now you're looking crazy on TV or on national TV getting embarrassed because you got a spy sitting there doing nothing. He's doing nothing. He's where is he gonna go? Oh wait, he's driving back. He's going through his reads.
Hey, man.
Hey, look, this wasn't his scout report. He's going through his reads. What? It's like when they're on the Little Giants when they're hiding in the bushes. It's like the center's in the backfield and the quarterback. He's not even there.
So wait. So let's pause for a second. You mean to tell me in a movie they were stealing sides in a movie? About
and the
little
only
leaguers.
reason they got in trouble is because they pretended that they were spying on children, just children, which is not okay. You can't do that. But they didn't arrest them because of the signs they were trying to steal.
This is asinine.
They were just trying to get the super secret play.
Did you hear me say, hey, people were taking sides in Little League or decoding sides in Little League?
They're about to run the super secret play. They act like Michigan is watching them run their super secret play.
Yeah, so I have my database guy keeping track of structure yards and improv yards again.
Oh, nice.
Come on, man.
And I've been trying to get this stat out, but it just have not. The games that I have, they're supposed to be able to do it, and they're not doing it. Maybe this week. I mean,
JJ had 293 structure yards in this game. He had 335 yards passing, 293. They don't think he can do that, and they are mistaken.
And we almost need them to keep thinking that. So they can keep looking goofy, and he can keep dominating, and then he goes and wins the Heisman. And now it's all about me. You know that, right? It's all about me. So once he goes and wins the Heisman, I am a genius from 2 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I look like a genius. So I need them to keep on just, he can't read defense. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man. Borges is like that. He's like that stats guy, the Aikman, and they all have like this stat guy.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, I need you to keep track of X,
I'm about to start
Y, Z.
taking Borges on the road with me. Because Borges be in there with his glasses like this. He be in there with his glasses like this right now. I'm sorry on the radio, you can't see Borges' glasses, but on the stream they can. Devin. Borges, we on TV. You can't say it out loud. Just write it. What is wrong with you, crazy?
I was like, hey, man. And Bobby Morris, former Michigan special teams coach, distracting Al at us. Al, hey, Bobby, leave him the hell alone. He's charting, man.
Hey,
let him chart.
And right now, my guy on the road with me is Terry Richardson. Terry, you better be careful. Because Borges, man, Terry, the defensive guy, he helped me on the defensive side. But Borges, he's so smart, man. He annoying, though, so that's the one thing that's going to hold him back from coming with me anywhere. But T-Rich, you better watch your job now. Terry Richardson, you better watch your job.
Yeah, but 293 yards instruction, very few plays. Because he used to, when you talk about footwork and seeing the defense, play passing kind of cleared the picture for him. They need to play pass.
Made his footwork better and everything.
Right, but now he doesn't need that.
Well, if you guys watched the spring game, I was calling the spring game, and I made it very clear that when the hire was made for the quarterback coach, that the footwork, everything would change. Everything would be better, it would be cleaner, it would be more precise. And because of the footwork being better, that will make him more accurate, even though he was fairly accurate before. That will help him get through his reads. He won't have to do as much creating, even though when the opportunity comes, he'll still have that ability. He's right now a pocket passer that has a dynamic ability to run around and make plays. Mm-hmm. Right? A pocket passer that has a dynamic ability to run around and make plays. And that's what you're looking for. So everybody's like, oh, they're looking for a dual threat. Yeah, but in real life, everybody's looking for a pocket passer that can just be super dynamic when he has to, right? And that's what JJ is becoming right now.
Yeah, man, and they do, Ryan Walters, they were doing that same stuff Illinois did, giving you great disguise out there. He doesn't have the same players.
They line, man, listen, because Illinois still plays like that, right? So I had Illinois-Wisconsin a few weeks ago, and they line their safety that's going to play the half up in the slot, pressed sometimes, and then sprint him back to play the half. And it's just like, okay, that's amazing, right? Because the quarterback doesn't know what's going on, whatever. But if you figure it out, now you got issues. And the kid that's the quarterback now for Wisconsin, the young kid, he's a freshman. The first half, they were getting him, even though he had some nice throws that were dropped or whatever. But in that second half, if you figure it out, it's like, oh, so you think you're going to play the half from there? Nah, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I'm not letting you play the half from there. Now, if you don't know, now you got issues, right? But once you figure it out, I don't know. Like, he should start doing that early and then, like, flipping it to something else because.
Well, he doesn't have the personnel that he had at Illinois. That was a big
Illinois don't got that personnel no more either.
Right. So he came out and did a lot of the same stuff It maybe it made him hold the ball a time or two, but you want to let JJ hold the ball because he's gonna get you a big play, right? But the piece that they took off the table, because I want to talk about the run game for a second, just JJ's place in the run game. The same defensive strategy Illinois used last year, Purdue was using it against Michigan this year.
And now, as they should, right?
As they should. Yeah. Now, we know Michigan has the answer to that. You got to get outside. You got to get outside. Michigan's best outside run play is JJ pulling it on his own read, or JJ pulling it on a duo, or JJ taking it on a bluff run. They took JJ off the board as a runner, and is consciously, clearly, as the coaching staff said, we're not going to run JJ in this game. And so when you assess, he's getting no help from the run game, well, kind of the run game, they kind of play with one hand behind their back in this contest on purpose. And if you want to talk about from a run perspective, can they just run into a team and plow them like they had the last few years? No, but it's not quite
as bad as why would you want to do that? When you got a quarterback playing the way he wants, people are crazy. It's like, we want to see just bully. No, I want to see the quarterback drop back and pass. You don't even know. I went to, what was that, with the Washington game, that night game, was last year, a couple years ago? I was devastated. I said, this is garbage. I came back for this? I'm not coming. I can't do this. I can't do this. I do not want to, as much as I love running the ball. I love it, big plays, running offensive line, mauling. I want to see people drop back and pass the ball.
Well, they wanted to drop back and pass that game. They couldn't.
Exactly. But they were able to just run the ball down your throat. You know what I mean? Which is good. It's good. You win the game and all that. I don't want to watch that. I know Michigan fans, but I don't know. Like, if you could have a fun game to watch while also dominating, I would much rather watch that one, right? I don't want to just see the game go by so fast because you just ran it down their throat.
So I think where fans are coming from is it's a place of concern. Oh man, we aren't going to be able to run the ball against, say, Penn State.
That's so weird.
You got to realize that Michigan, we are not going to run JJ in this game. By not running JJ in that game, you're making it easier on them from a run stopping perspective, talking about them being Purdue, but that's not going to be the same. I mean, JJ's going to be on the table versus Purdue. Versus Penn State.
Was it last year or one of these years where, like, you can run the ball, but we're nervous, man. Penn State, man, they're coming in the big house and they rushed for 400 yards on them. More than any you ever rushed on any other team. They were talking about Penn State as this great run-stopping defense. Michigan's going to have a real problem with them. They rushed for 400 plus? More than 400?
I had to pull it up.
It was 400 plus yards, I think. And it's just like, I get it, and they are good at stopping the run. Who have they played that has the running attack of Michigan? Right? Why is everybody else that Michigan has to play get so much credit of like, hey, they're so good? But let's take a look at who they played and whose run game have they stifled that was so good. You know what I mean? So
yeah, look, the point to me, the comparison for Michigan fans is Michigan running the football the last couple of years. This is a team
that team.
Yeah, it's a different team. It's fair to say that they are not the running attack.
Well, they wouldn't be so confused if they came to the show, because I told everybody to start even in the spring game, this is going to be different. It's not going to be just run the ball because the emergence of JJ McCarthy. If you have a quarterback, for a lot of the running and creativity in the run game years ago, you were protecting the quarterback. And you had to. This makes it a lot easier for you. You don't have to be so creative in the run game. Now, obviously, they're still creative because they still have those juices flowing. But now you can drop back and throw the ball. You can put a lot more on your quarterback to make plays and make decisions and things like that. And so I think that the fans need to stop comparing this run game to the run game in the past.
Yeah, it's
good. The run game in the past was built to take care of the quarterback because we just weren't as dynamic at the quarterback position. Well, now we're dynamic, sound as far as technique and different things like that, and JJ's playing at the highest level I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, so the number that you're looking for, 418 yards rushing,
400 plus,
166 for Blake, 173 for
Donovan. Come on, man.
Right?
But guess what they're gonna do? We're gonna play Penn State, and I don't know what's gonna happen, right? Because JJ could go off and they can run the ball, whatever is gonna happen, and the goalpost is gonna get moved. Well,
no, it's good enough.
Penn State wasn't a great run defense. We kind of overvalued Penn State,
Yeah, folks, relax. The run game is good enough to win a championship with. You just gotta against this Penn State team, against Ohio State, you're going to see JJ be a part of it because, teams have figured out a way to try to kind of slow them down inside. That's why they were working so hard to get outside at the beginning of the year. JJ is the biggest key to that. Otherwise, it's your reverses and your jet sweeps, both of which hit in that game.
82. 82 to the crib. They got to stop
hype him up.
They got to stop letting him score touchdowns. He's going to start acting crazy. Y'all better stop letting him score touchdowns. He is going to get a penalty. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose it one of these times, man. Don't let him get matched up with Kalen King and score or do something. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. Because now you playing somebody from the crib, you really showing out. We can't give 82 the ball no more. We can't let him do too good.
Hey, you keep doing you, Semaj. Keep doing you, Semaj.
Hey, first of all, I was the first on Semaj. 3, 4, 5 years ago, West Bloomfield played somebody, and I'm calling the game back when I was doing high school games. I know, it seems like a long time ago. And their quarterback was very bad. It's very bad. So bad, Donovan had to play quarterback, essentially. And I'm talking about Semaj Morgan. I think we were like number 17 or something. He wasn't the Semaj we know. He was just a young little whippersnapper. I was like, this boy getting open, man. And we're doing like replays of incompletions because he's wide open. The ball's terrible. And I'm like, look at the dude. He's cold-blooded. His dad like hit me up like, man, I appreciate that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know what he would turn into. But I was the first person that knew that Semaj Morgan, even without him catching passes, I knew he was that guy. I'm just the one that comes to the party first is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Get that man another Emmy. All right. We got to get to a break. That was Devin's Appraisal, brought to you by Mark Orr at Lake Michigan Credit Union. Mark Orr, mortgage loan officer at Lake Michigan Credit Union, specializes in assisting healthcare and educational professionals. Contact Mark at mark.orr@lmcu.org. That's mark.orr, that's ORR at lmcu.org to get pre-qualified. Back with more Monday morning.
Sam, before we go.
What's up?
Mark Orr, obviously, Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon is, he has nothing to do with the show, but it's a tradition. We have to do it. And actually, he has a son named Max Carmen, who is a little kid right now, but he's going to be the next Kyrie Irving, man. He's nice. He had 23 in a win a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Hey, Max, I know you're probably listening in the back seat and your face is lit up because you're on the radio. Hey, Max, how you doing, man? Say hi to Max.
Hi, Max. How you doing?
Forget Mark. Say hi to Max. We'll be back in a minute.
We got to get to a break. Back on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, The Ticket.
Monday morning quarterback Devin Gardner, brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. The Ticket. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, where it's fairways, not freeways. Book your vacation at grandtraverseresort.com.
So no matter how much you spy, you can't, you know what I mean?
The annexation of Puerto Rico was the play.
That's what everybody thinks we getting from these other teams, the annexation of Puerto Rico.
So Devin, what's your opinion on sign stealing being a player safety? You feel that
you said player safety?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Oh, the Michigan State AD. He said the players are in danger because signs are
He got other stuff to be dealing with. He need to mind his business. Your players are in danger because you're not very good. That's why your players are in danger. I've never heard of reach so far. Player danger?
Yes.
It's a player safety issue.
Because if you know where the player is going,
coaching malpractice is a player safety issue. Better coaching would help you. And I know he's not talking because he had JJ corner 3 or 4 times with an individual player and they just completely whiffed. What are we doing? Did he have your signs to know which way you was going to dive to try to tackle him? That's what that. Come on, man. The AD should just stay out of it and just do I don't know what are we doing?
He made
player safety.
Yes. Which, if it's a problem, you would think that you would want all sign stealing gone, not just advanced.
No,
scouting.
Apparently only Michigan does it. Apparently,
and apparently it only matters if you steal the signs in advance, not in game. Because they're only in danger from the signs you stole before the game, but not in danger from the signs you steal during the game. Does that make much sense? Does that make sense to anybody? It's asinine.
Ass of 10, 11, 12. How many? What is it? Oh, man.
It's just ass, right?
But are you about to say that? It's ass. You see that? That's crazy.
You can say it on here.
That's just ass.
Plus, we're only on the internet right now.
That's just ass. Everybody say that with me. Everybody that's on the stream, 1, 2, 3. That's just ass.
There's no doubt about it.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. And
Sinai.
that turned into this talking point for the ADs and for Tony Petitti.
Wait, other people joined in on the safety thing?
After he said it, that's like one of the things that's making this so bad. You're putting players in danger.
You know, when you start doing stuff like that, you know you don't have a real ground to stand on, right? You're like, man, we got to find something that, and the trigger for everybody is like, hey, protect these kids, man. You got to protect the kids. The kids come first, man. Even though when kids aren't performing, you run them out of your schools and make them go somewhere else, even if they don't have anywhere to go. But it's about the kids, man. Even though if a kid's class that he really wants to take interferes with football practice, he has to get out of that class. But it's about the kids, man. We got to protect the kids. Even though we're taking kids in the back, shooting them up to make sure they can still play when they're very injured and bringing them back out. Even though we're not letting kids, we're forcing kids to play, even though they have really bad injuries, but they can still help the team a little bit. It could end their careers, but it's about the kids, man.
Back in 10 seconds, guys.
The safety for the kids. We got to keep them safe. And if you keep letting the signs get stolen, they're going to be in danger. Safety.
Back on radio in 5, 4, 3.
Yes.
What you doing over there?
See, so tell me if you know what movie. So I Choose You. This is a great song. I'm a huge Outkast fan, but do you know what movie this song was on the soundtrack for? The original song.
I do not know.
You never seen the Mac?
Never seen the Mac.
You gotta be kidding me, Devin.
I'm not kidding you.
Devin.
I think we're back. Are we
You
back?
don't know who Goldie is?
Why are you trying to attack me on national radio? I'm confused. What is this all about? Are you attacking me on national radio? What are we doing? Because I don't know it. What
Devin. We can handle this like some gentlemen, or we can get into some have it your way. Devin.
Look at my face, dude. That rings no bells. Look at my face. Look at my face. I don't even have a twinkle in my eye. Like, there's nothing that sparked in my brain to say, hey, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
Yeah. Michael Burton said Netflix, Devin. Netflix.
It's on Netflix right now? Or you're just choosing Netflix because it's a streaming service?
Come on, man.
That's not, see, look how old you are. Netflix don't work like that. You can't request it on Netflix.
No, I didn't say request it. You can go on Netflix and look and see if it's there. If it's not on Netflix, then it's on
probably
Amazon
not.
Prime.
That's all I'm saying.
It's on one of those.
What is it called?
The Mac. The Mac.
That's just the name of the movie.
Yes.
Is it good? Do they wear long cloaks and big hats? Is it a pimp movie?
It's a pimp movie.
It sounds like a pimp movie.
It's a pimp movie.
See, you trying to inspire me to get new styles of dress. That's what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, Sam. You're trying to get me to dress crazy.
So you got to show you some clips during the break. You're going to want to watch that. Anyway, all right, it is time to get back to the Monday morning quarterback. We got a little detour there because I'm just always surprised by how young my young whippersnapper
This dude said, forcing to watch it on VHS. Now, listen, I had Land Before Time on tape. I'm a VHS guy. I know VHS now. I had a TV VCR.
Do you know what beta is?
See, now you're taking it too far. I'm an alpha. Only beta I know is I'm not trying to be in a lot of these,
just say it all the way
ADs and
beta
stuff sound like they're beta.
Beta Max.
I'm about to say a lot of these ADs sound beta. I am nothing to do with beta.
But beta,
I'm an alpha, baby.
Beta, the quality of beta Max tapes is better
than VHS.
Than VHS.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
But it was before.
Yeah.
So why'd they get rid of
it? At the same time. Well, I mean, VHS is more popular. I don't know why.
They lost, basically. It's kind of like what happened to like Blu-ray or
Laserdisc.
Blu-ray
it was goofy.
Right, but Laserdisc lost.
Mm-hmm. Like, what are we doing with this little bitty disc? Who's this?
All right, this is for like this would have been a good bye week topic.
But of course.
Since we're out of the bye week, let's get back to it here on the Monday Morning Quarterback, brought to you by our friends at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. There's no true or north. It is now time for the driving force update with Golden Limousine International at the wheel and Devin on the mic. When they're on the field or riding in a Golden Limousine vehicle, it is always about the quality of the drive. And you know you're riding in quality when you're talking about Golden Limo. And our friend Sean Duvall, we saw the team rolling up to the game, getting off the buses, real business-like.
Yeah.
Led by J.J. McCarthy, and he went on the field. And here's the interesting thing about him after the game. He talked about some throws he missed in there. He had I think it was 8. I think we counted 7 or 8 errant throws. And you look at the stats, and he says he kind of missed some throws. And then you realize, Devin, he still completed 65% of his passes for 335 yards.
It's decent. I mean, it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, I guess. You know,
It's like, man,
yeah,
his rusty is somebody else's outstanding.
yeah. And you know what I thought was very cool, because I've seen this happen in college football and in a lot of different things. A guy that's in the Heisman race and he's in position and he doesn't have any touchdowns. So you start forcing things to happen. You start making things happen and all those things. And he didn't do that. He did not force anything to happen. Hey, I'm fine walking away from this game, beating them by 3 scores or 4 scores or whatever, and not scoring a touchdown. Because it's not about me winning the Heisman. It's about the team. It's about us winning, and that's the most important thing. And that's a trait that I think is lost in today, because the thing is, you win the Heisman and you do all these different things, whether he comes back or whatever. That's your NIL evaluation. That's you going up, right? Just like in NFL, when you produce, you get more money. When you produce and you do your thing here in college now, there's more sponsorship. There's more NIL coming your way. There's a lot more coming. So if JJ were to come back, if he wins the Heisman this year and he were to come back, right? Maybe he does win the Heisman, and in this game, you kind of point to it of like, oh, man, he didn't win the Heisman. He didn't have a touchdown in the game, man. What if they point to that? And then he comes back, and his NIL could have been way more had he won the Heisman, because he scored touchdowns, as many touchdowns or whatever. Like, that's a reason for a lot of kids to go outside of what's most important, which is the team. The team. That's the thing, right? That's the thing that Michigan does. The team is the most important thing. And a lot of other programs have adopted it and called it something else, but we know where it came from. That's the most important thing. And for him, it's so impressive to see a guy who puts the team first, and while putting the team first can still dominate. It's very impressive. And for him to, come out and, oh man, I missed so many throws. I was basically saying I was terrible today, man. I just got to be better. Yeah, seemed like he was all right.
Yeah, he was more than all right. I think when you completing 70 to 80% of your passes,
and you go to 65, and like, dang, man, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? JJ, are you sick? Are you okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, coming off a bye.
I saw a stat of like him on
third and long.
Third down in general, man. He is getting down on people. Third and long is supposed to be the place where, we probably not going, and it's just like third and long is like, dang, we should let him get a couple more yards.
Devin, before the game, he was, I believe, 19 of 20 on third and long, and the 19 all were either first downs or touchdowns. He did then convert the first 2 and like the last 3. He had 2 misses, I believe, in the game on Saturday, but
that's crazy.
Started at 19 of 20.
Like going 50% on third long is like, we're a really good third long offense. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. That's insane. 19 of 20 and all first downs or touchdowns? What was the 20th one? What are you doing, JJ? What happened on that 20th one? You know what I mean? Like, it's super impressive to watch. And for coaches to play the way that, Purdue thought will work, they just haven't. It's like you have to go with, they haven't watched film and they don't understand how much better he's playing. The thing is, I think they should. I know they always watch the coach's copy. That's where you see all the stuff. But to truly see how good he's been, you got to watch the TV copy sometimes. Because now when you watch TV copy, you can see what his eyes are doing. And a good quarterback, you always know. With Patrick Mahomes, is so cool to watch because a lot of times he'll turn his head one way and you won't be able to see it. It looks like he's looking to the left, but his eyes, when they do those high definition cameras right in his face, his eyes are looking another way. Right. And that's knowing, hey, I'm just trying to entice people to do stuff that they shouldn't do so I can get the throw that I actually want. Right. And then for JJ, he's going through his progressions like seamlessly almost, right? Moving throughout the pocket. One time it was like the pocket was collapsing, but nobody was losing. Right. And what I mean by that, I try to work with young quarterbacks. So I'm like, listen, you got to recognize, is a guy losing? Right. And a guy, I mean, your offensive lineman, is he losing? Can you help him win? Right. And is there any real danger? Is it imminent danger or is it just like perceived danger because they're getting close to you? It was one play, and I can't remember what happened on the play. We're going to break it down, but the guys are closing in on him. Like a normal human would be like, man, these guys are getting way too close. But he's kind of just navigating, helping the guys and standing there and then drives a throw over the middle. Unbelievable. No imminent danger, but it feels like perceived danger. He's playing at a very, very, very high level.
And I like this test because I feel like I'm talking about the test that Purdue offers.
Oh, they gave him,
from a complexity standpoint. Like, he gonna give you some
We're
looks.
going to disguise. We're going to spy you. Can you sit in the pocket and make plays?
Do that too.
Oh, and that's to be clear, because I know those twos are whooping people's butt on Facebook right now as we speak. TOO also too.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely is what I'm getting at. So
he can do that too.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those contests where people are looking at how does this apply. The biggest takeaway from this game should be JJ in the pocket. That's the biggest takeaway from this game.
Even though he had been outstanding all year. But
Even though he had been outstanding all year. Don't look at the run game. Oh, the Michigan can't run the football. Michigan can run the football well enough. Is it like last year? No, it's not quite. It's not like, it's different from last year, but they can run it well enough.
What is Michigan ranked? Can we look this up? What is Michigan ranked in run game? Like, are they just so bad?
No, they're not just so bad.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not just
like
so
you
bad.
would think they were like 120th in the country. And it's like, that's not true. Blake Corum is not dominating as much as he was just because, like I said, to begin the season on the spring game and on these shows, a lot of that, like, that's why I didn't agree with him coming back. Because it's like, you coming back, JJ's going to get better. They're going to have to give some of that. Like, you're not going to just get the ball every time anymore. You know what I mean? And then I added also Donovan Edwards, right? Another guy that's going to be, getting some of the sauce, I guess, if you will. And so I think that's very cool by Blake Corum to come back. But that was the reason I was like, I don't know if he should come back, just because you're going to have to give some of that load to JJ McCarthy because he improves, if he improves the way he should, and he did. So you wouldn't be confused as a fan if you just listen to me. I don't get it. Like, stop trying to bring up, think of your own thing. Like, just listen to what I'm telling you. And then, you know what I mean? So, no, I'm kidding. But honestly, seriously,
Yeah, it's good enough. That's the point. And they understand that they didn't use, like, that's a conscious thing. That's a conscious decision they made to not run JJ against Purdue. All right. So, and that's a big deal. Because look how, man, did you see on Semaj's jet sweep? So when Semaj turns the corner,
there's nobody there.
There's nobody there. And both DBs to the sweep side, I mean, they were looking inside still as he turned the corner. It was like, he turns the corner and they don't even know. No one's there and they don't even know he's coming around the corner.
We got to get Semaj back in a single digit because he looks like a little kid out there with that big old number on. Because he's not a big guy like that. We got to get him back in a single digit so he can look a little bigger. I'm sick of watching that 82 run around. If he going to keep making plays like this, and as I said to start the show, we got to stop him from making so many plays. We got to stop him. He's going to lose it. We got to make sure we got to find out who Semaj's roommate is.
So
we
he's
keep
like
him.
you, Devin? Is
He's
that right?
Very similar is what I'm saying. We got to slow him down. If we're not going to slow him down, we got to make sure his roommate is like some dude that can really corral, what he's been able to do, man. He's crazy. He's crazy, man. I watched him tell his coach, we are not kicking a field goal. He's a wide receiver. I watched him tell his coach in a football game, we are not kicking a field goal. And the snapper and the kicker come out, and he sends them back to the sideline. Clock's running down, and then he calls his own play, hikes the ball at quarterback, drops back, throws a touchdown to in a half. I've watched that. He's crazy. We can't allow him. We got to slow him down or get somebody in his dorm, or he's probably still in the dorm. We got to get him a good roommate to keep him level-headed, man. Beat him in spades or something. You got to do something, man. You got to keep him down. Play what is it, Call of Duty? Play Call of Duty, whatever. We got to do something. He needs to lose a lot in something else because he's having too much success.
And they say that, the older guys mentor him a lot.
I hope so. And then when I say mentor, you gotta let me see about it. We gotta grab him up. We gotta grab him up from time to time, even if he didn't do nothing.
Like, somebody do that to you?
No, I didn't need to. I mean, Denard's my roommate. See, he's very, he's a very humble guy, But the thing is, I remember when I was a kid, sometimes you got to get a whooping even before you do something because you're going to do something. So sometimes just choke them up a little bit.
You got whoopings?
What? I get whoopings. I probably set the record for the history of whoopings. I'm telling you.
Did you ever pick your own switch?
Yes, go outside and get it. Absolutely. What are you talking about? I was off the chain as a kid. So that's what I'm saying. You got to get, sometimes I would get whoopings because it's like, I know you're going to do something. So we're just going to get it. We're going to get ahead of the curve,
Did you ever get multiple whoopings for the same offense? Like, okay, mama going to get you, grandma going to get you, now your auntie going to get you, all for the same thing.
No. I was just, my mom she just
said this does not have to be a competition.
Right, yeah. Are you trying to compete with me?
No, I'm trying to figure out how much whoopings have progressed.
All I'm saying is I got whoopings before I did something. because it was gonna happen. It's like before we go out the house, let's just go ahead and get you right now because I know you're gonna act crazy. We got to choke him up every here and there. Just grab him up, and then he like, man, dang, what's this for? Oh no, nothing. Just to make sure you don't do nothing. Yeah, good. And then he can keep balling. It'll be good.
I think the fellas doing a good job with it.
No, Roman not big enough. We need Colson, Loveland, and Barner to just at the same time. Hey! And then just put him down gently, and it's like, you're like, dang, why you don't do that? Just to make sure you're having a lot of success. So just want to make sure you're good.
All right. We need to get to a break. As we do, I want to let you know. Wait, you took my sheet. Did you take my sheet?
You're always blaming somebody for something. It's on the floor, Sam.
All right, here's my sheet.
Underneath your roller
my
chair.
water bottle. My water bottle over there. Give me my water back. I'm parched.
Yeah.
Need my water. All right.
Choke them up.
Folks, that was Devin's Driving Force Update with our friends from Golden Limousine International with Golden at the wheel and Devin on the mic, getting you to your end zone safely, rested, and relaxed is Golden Limousine's goal, no matter what time of day or night. You know who's going to be riding rested, relaxed on Golden to Penn State? It's a bunch of parents that have gotten a Golden Limousine bus, taking them down. I'm talking about Michigan football parents doing that. They're like, hey, man.
It's only smart.
You can't find a hotel within like a couple 100 miles.
For where?
From Happy Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. So just, take the bus up.
I mean, it's smart, especially since, all the parents are cool with each other. They do a little tailgate over there by Sam Beckler. They love each other. Just let's ride together. I don't see why not.
Hey, that's
one time I rented a whole bus. I wish Golden Limo was around. I rented a whole bus so we can all go to Cedar Point team.
You did?
Yeah.
You did that.
I was a quarterback. I had barbecues. I can't cook, but I had barbecues at my brother's house with lime and all that. Yeah, I did as much as I could, and they still good. They couldn't block. I mean, it is what it is.
Still got you destroyed.
I ain't die. So I was close. I was on the way. Hey, this might be the big one. Upper room, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you.
So you seen that? And you haven't seen the Mac?
Yes, that's not the same. It's a TV show.
The same.
It's a TV show.
It's the same time period.
Listen, man. What do you want from me? Elizabeth, this is the big one. I'm coming to join. That boys be faking a lot.
We got to get to a break. We'll come back and get a couple questions in for Devin. So stay tuned for that here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTK, The Ticket.
Monday morning quarterback Devin Gardner, brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. The Ticket. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, where it's fairways, not freeways. Book your vacation at grandtraverseresort.com.
It all the time.
The show, no, I've never seen this movie on, and I would never click on something to say the Mac. And it look old, unless I've like the Jeffersons and all that is good shows. I can see that. I know them. I don't know. It's probably average.
Richard Pryor is his man.
You ever seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Yes, I've seen it.
Now that's a classic. Remember he was walking, he got out of jail, but he had been in jail so long the style had changed. He had the fish swimming in his shoes.
That to me was what got him in Living Color was that movie.
Really?
I think so.
He had fish swimming in his shoes and it broke when he was walking, man.
Keenan Ivory Wayans did. He was one of the dudes. He was one of the dudes who did Raw.
Really? Oh, wrote on Raw. Really? I didn't know that.
I think he might have produced it. Him or Rob
has a cold, but also has high blood pressure.
Eddie Murphy Raw.
What am I listening to?
Delirious. Both outstanding.
Yeah.
I know all the stuff. Okay. The Mac just wasn't that good.
Well, hey, man, that's a homework assignment.
The Mac just wasn't that good, man. Have you seen Trolls?
I have not seen Trolls. I haven't. This is not a comparison. Children. This is not a comparison.
You have children. How have you not seen Trolls?
In the Mac. I'm sure maybe they've seen it.
No, that's your homework. If I'm gonna watch the Mac, you got to watch Trolls. Trolls is a great movie, and they're coming out with a new one. Trolls is amazing. I'm a cartoon guy,
They talk about Justin Fargas's dad was in. He was in. Was it Coffee? I think her brother got killed in Coffee.
I don't know why you're looking at me for confirmation. I don't know what you're talking about.
Justin Fargas, his daddy is Huggy Bear. From Stars to Jesus Christ. You're killing me, man.
What do you want from me? Like,
hey, man,
I love the comfort in your eyes, how you trying to like seek comfort with me and like see if I have no idea what you're talking about.
Antonio Fargas, DG.
I know Antonio Fargas because he had swimming fish in his shoes and they broke when he was walking.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you, sucker, you dirty mother. Don't say that. It's a great song.
It is. Man, Shaft. Shaft died, don't you?
The real one?
Yes. The real Shaft died. Oh, yeah, you have
Wait, Shaft is real?
I'm talking about the Richard
The person
Roundtree.
that played Shaft.
The person that played Shaft.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, was he real? Because he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Yeah. So I'm not a Shaft guy. I'm a Shame guy.
Okay.
Low Down Dirty Shame, which is basically a younger R version of kind of Shaft.
Low Down Dirty Shame was
phenomenal.
I like that for what's her name?
Keita Pickett.
Hell no.
That's the only role she should have.
No. Absolutely not.
You can't stand her.
Can't stand her.
I can't stand her either. But she was good in that one.
I'm talking about the Pocahontas. She called her.
Oh yeah, she called her.
What was her? Why am I blanking?
You called the one that was like the girlfriend. Yeah, she was fine.
And Jada called her Pocahontas in the movie.
Yes, she was fine. I don't know who that is. I don't know her name. I don't even think she ever been in another movie. But
yeah, she been in a lot of movies.
Really?
Yes.
Back on radio in about 10 seconds, guys.
She was in Posse. She was in.
Never seen Posse.
We coming back. I'm ready. She was in Biker Boy.
Back on radio in 5, 4, 3.
So yeah, Antonio Farkas. It wasn't Coffee. It was Foxy Brown. It was Foxy Brown. That was his brother in Foxy Brown. I knew it was one of those Pam Grier movies. You do know who Pam Grier is, don't you?
I know who Pam Grier is. On
yeah,
Martin,
buddy.
On Martin. Remember they did
the
player hater. No, not the player haters ball, but the hater. Not the haters ball. When the movie theater was going out of business and they did like the greatest players, the players or whatever, she was on their ass. You know? Like
yeah, man. Is
Pam Grier still alive?
Yeah, Pam Grier.
I don't know.
Yeah,
not like searching Pam Grier on Instagram.
It was two women for me when I was growing up. When I was like knee high to a bullfrog, it was Pam Grier and Wonder Woman.
Like, Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman, yeah. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman.
The new Wonder Woman.
You know, her daughter went to Michigan.
Woman.
She did. Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
everybody's daughter and kid went to Michigan.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's.
And that's why everybody hates us. Let's get these questions.
Let's get to a couple questions. If you have questions for DG, listen, you gotta laugh. You gotta be distracted from everything that's going on these days. Because I'm talking about everything in sports with Michigan. Man, they want to punish Michigan right now.
That's crazy.
Like you want to, like, they come to you and they say, we want to suspend your coach indefinitely. You're like, are you
okay? I will be the head coach if they suspend Coach Harbaugh. I will stop commentating games, and I'll be the head coach. And you know, geez, I know that's what everybody's looking for.
Sally Richardson, thank you very much. See, I know who that is. She's still fine. Her
we gotta get some questions, Sam.
Her husband is Robert from
Sally Richardson. I'm gonna look her up.
Her husband is Robert from the
I don't know.
From the Cosby Show.
Okay, I got you. Cosby Show.
All right. You guys have questions? Petey Mac said, yeah, Sally Richardson. You guys have questions for Devin? Get them in. Here you go. Here's one. Devin, are you worried about our occasional breakdowns in pass pro?
No, because it's not a common thing. It's the fact that Michigan's playing against other Division I football teams, right? And so if you remember in the past when our protection would break down seldom like it is now, it would lead to sacks or bad plays and whatever. But for a lot of the times, it's covered up because we ran the ball the whole time, right? It wasn't a whole bunch of drop back pass and different things like that. And so, no, I'm not. Short answer is no, I'm not worried about that because the offensive line is outstanding yet again. Will they win the offensive line of the year? Maybe not, just because they haven't dominated everybody in the run game the way that, you know, people want them to, but they're still a top 5 offensive line, in my opinion.
All right, here you go. Here's another one. What can we do during the postseason break to keep from getting rusty? Seems like that's a persistent problem we've had 2 years in a row. And again, this past bye week. So how do you?
Well, it's not rust. The first year, Georgia was just better. Like, it wasn't even close because they had a dynamic quarterback, a dynamic everything. You know, they were really, really good. And the next year, we just didn't play as well early against TCU. Right? If JJ changes his footwork on one throw, we beat him going away. And if we make one tackle on a shallow cross, we beat him going away. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was rust. I think that you play the best teams you've played all year. And sometimes you play well, sometimes you don't. I don't think it's rust at all.
All right. Here's one. Post-game handshake was weak on Purdue coach's behalf. So Ryan Walters, It's one of these. Kept walking. Like, didn't even stop to shake his hand. Just like Jim was going to stop, even though you talking all that mess. He was going to stop and shake his hand, but didn't even look. Kept on
walking.
walking.
Talking crazy?
He was talking about, yeah, we got proof they stole signs. You know, everybody should be. I give him credit for being one to step up and say it. But why are you making it out to be the reason they're winning? And why are you making it out to be like you wasn't taking signs in game? Michigan huddled during the Illinois game last year because you got two dudes standing next to you. You got Danny Cameron. You got Greg Froelich, who played at Michigan. You got these dudes standing next to you. But, it's a big, big deal if Michigan went to games. I'm not saying
they didn't go to Purdue
rule.
games. I can tell you that. They didn't go to the Purdue games. Just saying.
Even if they did, my point is,
you're doing the same thing. Pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, and you're doing the same thing, and it's not making that big a difference.
I don't care about the handshake. I'm not the whole super sportsmanship. If you don't want to shake his hand, if he didn't go shake his hand, I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, any of them will sweat off my back. Like, do what you want to do, but just know you got to see him again at some point. And when he put 50 on you and go for 2 and do all that weird stuff, don't act crazy because you did this. You started it, okay? Kind of.
Yeah, we will take another question or two. We got to get right to the film study today. We'll take another question or two after we go off the air here. But again, always, always, always fun. You got a prediction on the Michigan-Penn State game?
I think Michigan's going to win.
Yeah,
that's all I got for you. I'm not the number guy. It's they're going to put a lot of pressure on the young quarterback. He's going to make some mistakes for the first time, or he's going to be super careful and cautious, which is not going to help them. And I think that Harbaugh is going to really unleash JJ and let him do his thing.
All right, folks. That we have done our thing now. We got to go off. If you want to get some more questions in, stay with us on the stream. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTK, The Ticket, the official voice of the University of Michigan Sports, Ann Arbor, a Cumulus station.
Monday morning quarterback Devin Gardner, brought to you by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. The Ticket. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, where it's fairways, not freeways. Book your vacation at grandtraverseresort.com.
All right, so Lama Bryant wants to know, Devin, are you worried that Cornelius Johnson seems to have regressed from last year and that a top 4 team can neutralize Roman Wilson and Colston Loveland?
I don't think he's regressed. Why'd you say that?
I don't know.
I think everybody looks at, so this is the same kind of thing with Donovan. They look at Ohio State game, it's like, man, why he don't got all these 80-yard touchdowns on it? I think Cornelius Johnson is playing really good football right now. I think he's making tough catches. He's making combat catches. He's doing the things that you want to do. He's our guy across the middle, right? He's going down, getting every ball, digging them out if it's low maybe, and, going up and getting it high. I think he had a drop that was a little high, but it seems like every time he has a drop or something, if not like it happens a lot, but if he has something like that JJ always goes back to him, I think he's fine. I don't agree with that.
He's like, I can't clue.
Wow, what happened?
All right. Let's see. No, a couple more questions. All right, here we go. Come on now. Give me the question on the screen.
Reject.
There we go. Devin, how does a QB know to check with me a call from the sideline or something else?
What you say? How does a QB
know to check it? This is system or scheme, but can you maybe just explain the difference?
So one thing that we always did was purple, right? And purple was like you fake snap to get them off sides. And usually we got them off sides because I have such a loud mouth. And they have to jump off sides when they hear me say hike because it's so aggressive. But we didn't do a whole bunch of look to the sideline. That wasn't a thing that we did.
Takes too
the
long.
check with me is planned, right? So you do a clap, a fake clap or whatever, and then you check to the sideline, they're going to give you the real play. So there's no play called, and then you check with me. So because of it's no play call, essentially. There's no play. You're trying to see what the defense is in, and then you check. That's what check with the coach afterwards. But Michigan, they do it, but they don't do a whole bunch of it. And there's a lot of alerts and kills. That's pro terminology of like, there's no check with me in the NFL. It's I'm going to give you 2 plays. You can kill to the next play, or you can run the play that's called. And Michigan's doing some of that too.
Yeah, I think what's sticking out, because somebody just mentioned that he had a touchdown and hit him in the hands and didn't bring it in. But JJ had like,
he's a human, dude.
Yeah, they had like four drops. That brings JJ's numbers down too.
Yeah, but like these are human beings, dude. I mean, like it's like we don't get so arrogant. Like how you talk about Ryan Day. It's like only way you can beat me is if you cheat. Don't be so arrogant to like think that these humans can't miss opportunities, miss plays, miss a throw, drop a ball, miss a block, don't pick up a twist, whatever the case may be. Like have some empathy, and like I know you probably can't put yourself in their shoes because you've never been at that level, but try to have empathy and put yourself in their shoes. And like at your job, do you always do everything perfect? Do you always make sure your things are turned in on time? Maybe you turn things in on time, but is every single thing you've ever done up to your standard of greatness, or maybe your standard's low? I don't know what your standard is, but nobody's ever at their standard. If you're trying to be great at something, you're never at that standard every single time. This show's pretty good all the time, but you know what I mean? It's never perfect, right? And so I make plenty of mistakes. You make plenty of mistakes. You can't find your sheet half the time, right? So nobody's going to be perfect in anything they're doing. And it's like we're expecting these 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds to be perfect every single time. Give them some grace, right? Have they not given you everything you've wanted? You've wanted to beat Ohio State. Now, they haven't won a national championship just yet, but they have done a very good job of giving fans the ability to, at least up north, right? In the Midwest, you can walk around with your chest out, high, head held high, and especially in Michigan, because Michigan State's awful. They've given you a lot of pride. So give them some grace when they don't win, especially when they win by 3 scores. You know what I mean?
All right, cardboard cutouts. We got time for a couple more. Wants to know, did the roughing the passer JJ took possibly affect him? That's when he seemed to be off. Did you see that in the game?
Crazy. We're talking about a guy that's off 65%, but I didn't see that. I mean, off? What is off? It's all relative at this point. Come on, man. Off? Right. If I complete 65% of my passes, that's a hell of a day. But, I don't even know what to say there.
We don't do run games, and I don't think Edwards is hitting the holes fast enough. I don't think that there were.
You better call Borges.
I don't think there were a lot of holes.
Call Borges.
There.
I'm not doing no run game unless it's JJ running.
That's kind of the point.
I did run game that one time, and now everybody want to ask me run game stuff. I'm not doing the run game. I already told y'all. I am not doing the run game. It's boring. I don't like it.
But that's the point. JJ not being involved in the run game was a big deal in this contest because they were forcing Michigan to run outside. And JJ, outside of a jet sweep or a reverse, is their best outside run play.
Yeah.
So
I love what they did with motion, where they motion guys to get the advantage, right? Motion in the pass and the run, they motion guys, and it allows them to get like a running start, almost like the CFL. And you see the 49ers do a lot of that. The Dolphins do a lot of that. It's so much of an advantage. And it's like, as a defender, you can't just go sprinting outside because now you open up so many other things, right? And then it's really cool how they're doing it. And I think it's just going to keep evolving, right? Evolving into something even greater.
To your point, Tyler W. said Marvin Harrison Jr. dropped a touchdown pass too.
What?
Unbelievable.
So if he dropped one, everybody gets leeway because he's the greatest ever. Like, at this point, he is up there with Randy Moss as a college wide receiver, in my opinion. And Randy Moss at Marshall, everybody remembers, like, unbelievable, right? So if he drops a pass, I don't want to hear nothing about Michigan receivers dropping a pass because he is the greatest. He dropped a pass? A touchdown?
I didn't see it, but Lima Bryan said, Devin, you did good with the run game, Devin. You
did
good.
I know. Thank you. See, I did be doing good with the run game, but I just don't do it all the time. That's Borges' thing where he going to sit in there with Sam for 3 hours doing the same play. And you think I was going to say 3 hours for the whole thing. No, one play takes 3 hours with Borges because run game is so much you have to do in it. And it's just, and it's no fun to be, that's the main thing. It's no fun.
Yeah, you definitely will learn a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, time for a few more questions, like 2.
Few is 3, ain't it?
Yeah, that's why. Okay,
see,
so 2.
We mess up all the time. See that?
We
mess up all the time. Sam is terrible, but the show's still good. Have some empathy for these guys. Give them some grace.
All right, let's keep going. I see somebody we got to kick out of here. Yeah, you banned. I'm taking a page out of your book, Devin.
That's right. Ain't no redos. Ain't no redos. Ain't no. You're banned forever. And now you're looking crazy. You got to keep making new profiles and using up emails.
What I do on Twitter is I mute them. And so they're talking and they don't even know I can't see it.
Mute.
Oh man, because now they're talking to themselves. They don't even know it.
One of my homeboys said that same thing. Quincy Avery, quarterback coach. Mute. What is mute? Block him. Block them. Because guess what? I want you to know that I can't see it. I don't want you just talking to yourself because that don't make you hurt as bad.
Yeah, it was Ben Antoine. He said, was it that dude Ben? Yeah, it was him. He got banned. Last one, Money and Silver. Does it seem like JJ's accuracy drops off a little just in night games in Ann Arbor? I don't know the correlation.
Why you picked that one? Ain't no more questions?
It was the last one.
Ain't no more questions, man?
No,
there got to be
question.
another question in there.
There's no more questions. That was the last one. Give you an opportunity to talk about the bar being insanely high. Imagine 65%
Hey, I put this
passing.
one up. Joe Zabo. I think that's how you say it. It's S
Okay,
and a
click
Z.
it.
Okay, click.
There you go.
Oh, I can do that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm on. It's on and popping. I'm going to get all y'all in there now. I didn't know I could do that. I don't know about sign stealing being dangerous, but personal fouls sure are. And we've had 0 called against us, but Purdue had 2 called on them. MSU also. So I'm saying the dangerous is the after the whistle or that's what I think is dangerous.
Well, they both had 2
30-yard plays.
Yeah, two personal foul penalties on the same play.
Yeah.
Both Purdue
That's
and Michigan
dangerous.
State.
That's dangerous. That's why
like,
it's called personal
we
fouls.
trying to
big
beat
penalty.
y'all ass all over the field. We try to rough you up here, rough you up on the sideline.
Even
like,
if
damn.
we gonna lose by 3 scores.
See, but the problem is I don't know where you got that from. Now I can't take it off the screen.
All right, I can do it.
All right.
That boy got new capabilities. Hey, put y'all stuff in the chat. You know, Sam be missing stuff. I get you going.
All right, folks. That's gonna do it
Hey,
for
look,
us.
I got one for you. Hold on.
We got to get to the film study, man.
I know, man. Let me just get this one. Wait, why are my capabilities gone? Wait, I think.
You put Land Before Time up here?
No, I was gonna put. Oh man, it's gone.
All right, here's another one that's gotta.
Oh, I think I'm finding it.
Here.
I got you right here, Johnny.
We gotta ban another Buckeye in here.
Got him.
See,
I got him.
Okay. Yeah, see these Buckeyes, man. Boy, y'all show love. Man, you making my numbers great. Love it. Keep on coming, Buckeyes.
Man, I'm devastated. I had a good comment, man.
We gotta go. We gotta go, Devin. Did you find your comment?
No.
All right, folks. That is going to do it. People are still asking you, how can they get unblocked?
We already told you to get Gardner, Devin J on everything and put a note saying, hey, this is for me to get unblocked. And if it's enough, it's enough. And if it's not, you ain't going to get unblocked. But you got to put your Instagram or whatever I blocked you on, because I block everything. You got to put it on there so I can know. I'm just telling you, man. But
yes, Aaron Taylor, the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes are obsessed with us for sure. There's no question. They're all on my Twitter. They're all in the chat here. They're showing in my DMs.
You know what's crazy? When we were losing to Ohio State, though, we weren't like that.
No.
I don't think. I mean, maybe I'm not on the Ohio State shows and know if Michigan fans are going in there, but yeah.
At any rate, all in due time, we'll be able to talk about the Buckeyes. For now, we got to get out of here, folks. We will see you next week on the next edition of the Monday
Give me 2 more
Morning.
seconds.
Devin, the time crunch, man.
I know. All right.
We got to get out of here. We out.